Episode 4. Or 3. Mostly 4, probably. Definitely probably 4. Definitely probably 4. But anyway. Welcome back to episode 4. Where I talk about where I take TikTokers / my friends into the world of Dead by Daylight. Again, quick little summary. If you don't know what Dead by Daylight is a multiplayer horror game where you put 4 survivors against 1 killer. Your friend, or a random, will take the role as the killer to hunt either you, or you can hunt your friend down. The killer job is to simply, kill everyone, or hang them on hooks. While survivors fix generators and try to escape. Although Dead by Daylight. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'll leave. But anyway. The person we're talking about here is someone I personally love for the concept of their little, let's just say, their horror house. Nerdy Mix Pen. Mix Pen is a TikToker who I just love the fact that they're just good to watch. I like them. I like their content. Of course, I watch a lot of people, so I get to make. There's a lot of content I can do with this. But she would be, or he, if I misgendered them, that's my bad. She is the first ever killer, I would add. Mind you, she would be good as a survivor, don't get me wrong. But I think she is better as the killer, let alone the victim. If you don't know why, there's some. When you look up Nerdy Mix Pen, look up Horror House, where she role play as Jason, Michael Myers, the Ghostface killers, the one from the first movies specifically, and stuff. And you'll kind of see why you'll go down the rabbit hole I went to and learn why she personally just a really good TikToker. Now, how would she fare as a killer? I personally say her weapon and her outfit would be more of a gothic aesthetic covered of blood. White long sleeve shirt with black pants stretching over a little bit, covering a little bit of her belly, for wearing black gloves that are revealing on the back, and boots, specifically black boots. And what her weapon? Similar to what she had been doing, I think her weapon will be actually 3 weapons that she can change. A kitchen knife, a machete, and throwing knives. And her killer name would be known as the Horror Fan, or titled The Final Girl. Her lore goes as follows. In this timeline, she was just a normal girl, just living her normal life. Vibing, chilling with the world until one day, she just snapped. It started with a little cut of a finger to see blood dripping from her finger. She would watch the blood drip for a bit before a court treating it. Before it slowly turned to her finger, to her hand. And then slowly, surely, She didn't want to do it on herself no more. She wanted to do it on others. And that was enough to get the entity attention. Of course, the entity knows she did the person, so the entity give her some special powers. With knowledge of other horror characters, she learned how to throw her knives by the Act Lady, Huntress. Learned how to stab like Ghostface and the Legion. And learned from Trapper on how to swing her big weapon. Each killer took a liking to her, and each killer had befriended her. There's not a single killer that don't like her. Save for, but also dangerous for the fact that not every survivor hate her. She is super friendly, and that will be shown in her perks. Her first perk is, don't worry, I'm here. It's a simple perk that would falsely increase generator progress for a short time. Basically meaning, if they don't fan the generator in time and you were able to kick the generator that have that progress on it, it would decrease that generator back to almost its beginning. Basically meaning everyone have to restart on that generator. Got something nose if you can't hear it. And with that, she of course had been also taught in the way of throwing, which you come to her second perk, taught from the best, making her cooldown a little shorter. It removes 4 to 5 seconds off her cooldown, which will naturally be for her switch to her knife, specifically to her knife so she can run like Legion, would be 13 seconds. With the perk, it wouldn't be 13, it would be 8 to 7 seconds. Switching to throwing knife would be 14 seconds, but with it will be 10 seconds for throwing knife. And for the little big machete, it would be instant. It would have been 5 seconds, but now it would be instant. Basically meaning, she's dangerous when she get up close. Still dangerous from afar, but still dangerous nonetheless. And now you're probably wondering, why did I make her ability to switch weapon? Well, that's the thing. It's based on her horror house. You see, she's a horror fan. And apparently, in my opinion, if a horror fan is a killer, they wouldn't choose one weapon. They would choose multiple. I would choose multiple if I was a killer. And I'm pretty sure you would too. Just as purely because mentally, as a killer, you wouldn't be alright. And I think, for her, she would show how perfect and better that she is than you. Which will allow her for her third perk, the Deadly Dance. Of course, this is a targeting perk where one survivor gets targeted, and that survivor have more skill check to do. Open a chest, they have 2, or more like 1. For me, sometimes there will be no skill check on the chest, but she will make it be where there is a skill check on the chest, make it more skill check on generators, and even more skill check on opening gates. While that survivor would also take more damage, meaning he wouldn't be 3 hits As in, he'll get hit, enter the injured stage, and then get hit again to get down. No, he will instantly one hit and he is down. But then also come as a drawback. Because once he is hit and you use that perk, any perk he had that was on cooldown would instantly get resetted. Meaning, if you get back up, he'll be harder to get knocked back down if he had, other thing that will make it where he'd take less hit, or he can dash, or the Nicolas Cage perks. The Nicolas Cage perks are terrifying. As a killer, I can contest. I'm a Chucky main. It's terrifying. Yes, I had trouble with Nicolas Cage. Fight me. Anyway. Now for her fourth perk is I know more than anything. This perk is basically representing the fact that all the killers she met, she knows are fictionals. She knows about them. She came from our world, exactly. So she knows about Ghostface. She knows about the Legion. She knows about Trapper. She knows about Hillbilly. She knows everyone. But she also knows the survivors. So this perk let her know what the survivors are holding at the beginning of the round. This perk would be a cooldown perk. Every 30 to 40 seconds, when she reload her throwing knives, it will pop up of what item the survivors are holding for a quick bit, for about 10 seconds. Enough time to kind of grasp on what they're doing. This perk will also make survivors drop the item if they get hit. Specifically by the throwing knives. Not by the weapon, by the throwing knives. If the throwing knife hit them, they drop the weapon. And she'll know that she dropped the weapon when she reload and use the perk, because any item that it dropped and not in their hand when she do it won't be shown. Basically meaning, if they know that she have to reload, they drop the item and make her believe that they did bring any item with them. And she could quickly pick them back up. She is a terrifying foe to face as a killer. And she knows it. She will strike fear in you, while also making sure she had one hell of a time. Now, episode 5. This is gonna be a friend of mine turn. I'll end this episode off with, don't fear the man, don't fear the woman who have the weapon. Fear them who can't be terrified or frightened. Because those who are frightened show more human emotion than those who are not. Oh, enough with that note.